changes. Baka ngayon pumasok lahat ng tira nito si Simpson.
Yancy de Campo was off to a good start in that first game, but sort of was probably forgotten in the mix of things in the second half. Algerbrand shoots too strong, and LA Tenorio accepts the ball with wide open arms. Alaska slowly brings it up. Tenorio looking at the openings. His intended pass hit somebody's foot from Ginebra, and we will have a reset of the shot clock to 14.
You know, for the Gin Kings, pretty difficult to make your adjustment. Remember, it's only a one-day turnaround. They played Friday, and they play again today. So very hard to instill all those changes. The best time to instill those changes, if you're in a series, is the game between Sunday and Wednesday when you have 2 practice dates.
And all those time in between, so valuable in how you manage life in between games. And the offensive foul was whistled against Baguio. Here we go inside with Yancy. The turnaround snap. Somehow Ginebra is beginning to feel that this goal on this end doesn't like them.
But we can see a conscious effort on the part of Ginebra to put the ball in the hands of their bigs, especially in that half-court set.
Both sides grappled with the leather. Tubid with an emotional performance. In game 1, the double team, the sandwich. Baguio looks ahead, taken away by the spark. It's a foot race. And Kagiwa snaps that 2 minutes 2-point and gets Barangay Ginebra's first pair of points on the board.
That's what the Gin Kings fans want to see. Turnovers leading to extra or to easy baskets on the other side.
Both teams shot horribly from the three-point zone, despite the emotional quotient of that game. And as you were beginning to mention, Alaska shooting only 15%, and on the other hand, Ginebra 25%. Chicky Reyes, who celebrated the birthday the other day and escaped from everybody.
Thank you.
The sneaky guy. Go ahead, Chicky.
Thank you very much for the greeting, and I did not escape. May utang ako sa inyo lahat.
Okay.
You know, for any coach here in the PBA, a best-of-5 series is a very short series. That is why Coach Tim Cone and the rest of the Aces made sure that they got Game 1 in order to build momentum for this pivotal Game 2. In order for Alaska to translate this momentum edge into a win, they need to test the patience of Ginebra by forcing them to a slow game. Do not allow Menk and Daniels to get easy points in the paint. Defend well against the pick-and-roll plays of Ginebra. And lastly, on the offense, avoid taking hurried shots, especially when Ginebra applies their zone defense. Seth?
Thanks a lot. And again, happy birthday, Chicky. This is an open shot that Tubid nails and makes it 4-3. Or sorry about that, 5-3.
And of course, that three-point shot, a big part of that offense of the Gin Kings. As Cyrus Baguio quickly answers, that's his first three-pointer of the game. Or of the series, rather.
You know, Alaska in that first game simply needed that quick 10-0 run that they had somewhere in the first half. And that proved to be the big difference in game 1 as Yancy de Campo fires and nails it. And the so far better shooting from three-point country.
And more points on the board. Remember, in that first quarter, hindi mataas yung nakita nating scoring on both sides, especially for Barangay Ginebra. They only had 16
yep.
in the first quarter of Game 1.
Alaska, on the other hand, with 22. This is a relaxed, casual jump shot from Toss. And Toss already with 3 points. Algerbrand says, let me try from long distance. Does not want to cooperate, and DeVance is unmolested for the rebound. 7.5 remaining. Tenorio.
And LA Tenorio, every time he's gone on that pick and roll, has given Ginebra problems. That time around, he got a shot. The other time that he had that pick and roll, was able to give out an assist.
And Ginebra ends up wondering, where is Tenorio all the time? That's through the fingers of Daniels. Tenorio choosing his option. Simpson goes into the air. Clipped on the arm by Tubid, and Mr. Simpson will be on the line.
Well, that's what you like about Ronald Tubid, especially in the playoffs. He's not the type of player that's going to give the opposing team an easy basket. Giving up at least 5 inches in height right there, still trying to go for the block and making sure that Diamond Simpson does not get a three-point play opportunity.
We have Mike Cortez making his first appearance. Tubid ended up with his first personal foul. And he's already engaging in signals with Cortez as to who takes care of what. Meg is already strutting along the sideline. And let's see when he comes in. 6:57 to go and 2 for 2 by Simpson, who now has made it 12-8. Tubid skidded to a halt. The accomplished shot from outside, no connection. Look at Tenorio snapping away. Good pass, good catch, good basket.
That's just a great series for N.A. Tenorio. On one end, he actually gets the ball away from the hands of Daniels during that rebound play, and quickly after getting the ball, looks up, gives a perfect pitch down court, and here's a poor foul on the part of Yancy. 2 hands on the back. No point right there. Those are the bonehead plays that coaches really lose hair over.
And we're going to take a ceasefire here. Alaska already with a 6-0 run. 14-8 is the current count. Let's send it first to Cheska Litton for this update about the Gin Kings.
Coach Zhang's main problem when it comes to the Alaska Aces would be their size. And actually in the first game, he was pretty happy with how they defended the Alaska Aces. But for their offense, their shots just weren't going in. They just need to shoot better in this game. And for today, they just need to dictate the tempo. They need to run to maybe offset the size advantage of Alaska. Jason and Seb?
Thank you very much. And indeed, that size factor was maximized and used to the hilt by the Aces. Here comes Cortez. Thanks a lot, Cheska Litton. In the meantime, top of the keyhole with Cortez. Tubid banks up a short 3. We're on the crest of a 7-0 run by the Aces, and possibly so much more. Is it going to be called as a warning for a flop?
Let's see that again. Ronald Tubid trying to move his feet. Now they're going to call that flop on Ronald Tubid. Trying to get his feet away from that no charge zone, but although he was able to do that, was still called for that flop.
That is an intriguing juxtaposition of emotions. The Ginebra bench did not react. The Ginebra fans reacted of that block.
Did get a lot of that basketball, but referee saying he went over the body of DeVance. Well, that's a matchup problem. Mark Kagiwa is guarding Joe DeVance, giving up a lot of size. Because, like we said, Barangay Ginebra, they have a armada of guards, and they want to use all of them. So they play with a 3-guard setup. On the other hand, itong Aces naman wala namang guardia, kaya sila dalawang guards lang nilalaro nila at a time. Yung pangatlo, small forward kadalasan.
That ended the 9-0 run of Alaska with a basket by Tubid, and has now made it 17-11. It's been a while since they scored. Again, the snail's pace of their tempo, of their production, beginning to show here, as you mentioned, the number of points that they had scored in quarter number 1 in the first encounter.
Bumagal na naman, no? Ito na naman yung depensa ng Alaska at saka yung tempo. But of course, what Alaska's doing well, Seth, is they're actually really pushing the offense of Ginebra out of the paint. Half of the shots of Ginebra, almost half at least, again coming from the 3-point range, although they've been successful. 6 out of the 13 again coming from 3-point range, because their big men are not getting the touches, and their big men have not delivered the points in the series so far.
Yes. Interesting that L.A. Tenorio hopped over to his 2 coaches in there and got instructions clearly to get the choreography down right. Simpson with that free throw, brought to you by Vina Gerbia's Premium Formula dito ka na sa Llamado. Mabuti na yung malinaw, siguro sabi ni LA